Hello everybody, what's up? CaptainTurbo here, and welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim, and holy shit, look at that length. This is going to be a meaty part, guys. As you can probably tell there, if you look at the time bar, or whatever the fuck it's called, I can't remember. There's going to be a good reason for this, I'll go more into this in a moment, but to put it simply, this is going to be the final part of this playthrough. To put it simply, I am sort of cancelling this Let's Play, and at the same time I'm not cancelling it. I'm kind of going to redo it in a certain way, but again, I'll go more into this in a bit. To put it simply though, I'll talk about all that major stuff in the credit sequence, so if you just want to hear me talk about the update and what's going to happen with this Let's Play, you may want to skip forward to like the last 10 minutes of the Let's Play, because that'll be where the credits take place. To put it simply though, for the rest of this part, you're going to see me play through the entirety of the main campaign. I'm not going to be doing the Stormblood and the Empire side quests and all that. I'm not going to be doing any more of the side quest stuff. I'm not going to be doing the DLC and stuff. But I'll go more into this why in the credit sequence. So if you're okay with watching the rest of the main campaign be played out, feel free to keep watching. I am going to showcase it all, as you can tell here by the length of the video. The only problem is, as soon as I'm finished talking here, there'll be no more talking from me up until, as I said, in the credits sequence. So you're gonna get like the several hours of gameplay and nothing more here. So I hope you do enjoy that. If you do decide to have it on as like background noise or whatever. But yeah, I'll see you guys again at the end of the video in the last 10 minutes or so, and I will hopefully be able to explain myself better than I did here. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys then.
Next time, you might want to get dressed before leaving the house.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old...
Ah, you made it. Good to see you, my friend. I'll never forget how you saved my life with those town hall maniacs.
Sorry, lad. I've got important things to do. We'll speak another time.
Need some.
So, you're Brynjolf's new protege, eh? Don't look like much to me. Lot of people looking for him. Don't know his name, but he's paid good money for nobody to know he's down here. He's holed up in the Ratway Warrens. Hardly ever leaves the place. Has someone bring him food and such. Crazy old coot from what I've heard. For that to stand out down here, he must really be off his nut.
Sure, son. You know I'm here for it. Still have quite a good bit of jobs available, if you're looking.
Too easy. Did you hit something?
Sorry, lad. I've got important...
Delvin, that last
Even if
shipment
you're
we
one of us,
heisted on
you
the
better
Cyrodiil
not make
frontier
trouble.
was worthless.
Is it possible? I distinctly heard that lout in the tavern say it was a full shipment of furs. That should be worth a fortune.
You idiot. He said furs, not furs. It was a damn logging caravan.
Looking for work.
Needed... I have work if you've got the backbone. Never find me.
Go away! What? No, that's not me. I'm not Esbern. I don't know what you're talking about. Delphine? How do you... So you finally found her, and she led you to me. And here I am, caught like a rat in a trap. So, Delphine keeps up the fight after all these years. You'd better come in and tell me how you found me, and what you want. This'll just take a moment. This one always sticks. There we go. Only a couple more. There we are. Come in. Make yourself at home. That's better. Now we can talk. So, Delphine keeps up the fight after all these years. I thought she'd have realized it's hopeless by now. I tried to tell her years ago. Haven't you figured it out yet? What more needs to happen before you all wake up and see what's going on? Alduin has returned, just like the prophecy said. The dragon from the dawn of time, who devours the souls of the dead. No one can escape his hunger, here or in the afterlife. Alduin will devour all things, and the world will end. Nothing can stop him. I tried to tell them. They wouldn't listen. Fools. It's all come true. All I could do was watch our doom approach. Yes. You see, you know, but you refuse to understand. Oh yes, it's all been foretold. The end has begun. Alduin has returned. Only a dragonborn can stop him. But no dragonborn has been known for centuries. It seems that the gods have grown tired of us. They've left us to our fate as the plaything of Alduin the World Eater. What? You are? Can it really be true? Dragonborn? Then there is hope. The gods have not abandoned us. We must go. Quickly now. Take me to Delphine. We have much to discuss. Give me just a moment. I must gather a few things. I'll need... no useless trash. Where'd I put my annotated annuad? One moment. I know time is of the essence, but mustn't leave secrets for the Thalmor. There's one more I must bring. Well, I guess that's good enough. Let's be off.
Knife? Yes. Book? Yes. Bucket? Yes. Inkpot? No. Inkpot, stone.
Got lots of jobs available. Interested? Good news. I found that dwarven.
Hoppus isn't.
What do you need, Dragonborn? The Blades have always guarded and guided the Dragonborn, but we'd forgotten why. Now our purpose is clear. I'm all that's left of the Blade. Together, we're going to stop these dragons if we have to put every last one of them back in the ground.
Delphine. Why, it's good to see you. It's been a long time.
It's good to see you too, Esbern. It's been too long, old friend. Too long. Well, then. You made it safe and sound. Good. Come on, I have a place we can talk. Orgnar, hold down the bar for a minute, will you?
Yeah, sure.
This way. Now then, I assume you know about...
Oh yes, Dragonborn. Indeed, yes. Oh, this changes everything, of course. There's no time to lose, so we must locate. Let me show you. I know I had it here somewhere.
Esbern, what?
Give me just a moment. Oh. Ah, here it is. You see, right here, Skyhaven Temple. Constructed around one of the main Akaviri military camps in the Reach during their conquest of Skyrim.
Do you know what he's talking about?
Shh! This is where they built Alduin's Wall, to set down in stone all their accumulated dragon lore. A hedge against the forgetfulness of centuries. A wise and foresighted policy. In the event, Alduin's Wall, one of the lost secrets of the Blades, where they recorded all they knew of Alduin and his return. Part history, part prophecy. Its location has been lost for centuries, but I've found it again. Not lost, you see, just forgotten. The Blade's archives held so many secrets. I was only able to save a few scraps.
Yes, exactly. Well, I think so. It's certainly our best hope. The ancient Blades remembered much Akaviri dragon lore that has now been forgotten. This is what I've been trying to explain. It's in the Skyhaven Temple, an ancient Blade sanctuary hidden deep in the crags of the Reach.
That's where we'll find Alduin's Wall.
So you think that Alduin's Wall will tell us how to defeat Alduin?
Well, yes. But there's no guarantee, of course.
Skyhaven Temple it is, then. I knew you'd have something for us, Esbern. I know the area of the Reach that Esbern's talking about, near what's now known as Karthspire, in the Karth River Canyon. We can meet you there, or all travel together. Your call. Your call. Might be safer to travel separately. Attract less attention that way. Don't worry, I'll get Esbern there in one piece. We'll wait for you near Karthspire. Good luck. Orgnar.
Watch it!
Hail, Nightingale. Luck has shined down on me and made me a rich man. Here is your cut, as promised. Good luck out there.
We've got to get this bridge down. These pillars must have something to do with it.
Yes, these are Akaviri symbols. Here, let's see. You had the symbol for king, and warrior, and of course the symbol for dragonborn. That's the one that appears to have a sort of arrow shape pointing downward at the bottom.
Whatever you did, it worked. Let's see what those old blades left in our way. Safe now. Let's move.
Yes, I think we must be close to the entrance.
Wonderful. Remarkably well preserved. Here's the blood seal. Another of the lost Akaviri arts. No doubt triggered by, well, blood. Your blood, Dragonborn. Look here. You see how the ancient blades
Try
revered
using your
even
blood on
Cyrodiil?
the carved seal on the floor. It's coming to life. You did it. After you, Dragonborn. You should have the honor of being the first.
Almost entirely intact. Amazing. You can see how the Akaviri craftsmen were beginning to embrace the more flowing Nordic style.
We're here for Alduin's Wall, right, Esbern?
Yes, of course. We'll have more time to look around later, I suppose. Let's see what's up ahead. Shows bones. Here it is. Alduin's Wall, so well preserved. Huh? I've never seen a finer example of early Second Era Akaviri sculpture and relief.
Esbern, we need information, not a lecture on art history.
Yes, yes. Let's see what we have. Look, here is Alduin. This panel goes back to the beginning of time, when Alduin and the dragon cult ruled over Skyrim. Here, the humans rebelled against their dragon overlords, the legendary Dragon War. Alduin's defeat is the centerpiece of the plot. You see, here is fallen from the sky, The Nord Tongs, masters of the voice, are arrayed against him.
So does it show how they defeated him? Isn't that why we're here?
Patience, my dear. The Akaviri were not a straightforward people. Everything is couched in allegory and mythic. Isn't it amazing? Of course. Not everyone has an appreciation for the artistic wonders of the world. Let me see if I can find the right panel. Yes. This here, coming from the mouths of the Nord heroes, this is the Akaviri symbol for shout. But there's no way to know what shout is meant.
You mean they used a shout to defeat Alduin? You're sure?
Oh yes, presumably something rather specific to dragons, or even Alduin himself. Remember, this is where they recorded all they knew of Alduin and his return.
So we're looking for a shout then. Damn it. Have you ever heard of such a thing? A shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky? You're probably right. I was hoping to avoid having to involve them in this, but it seems we have no choice. Right. Good thing they've already let you into their little cult. Not likely they'd help Esbern or me if we came calling. We'll look around Skyhaven Temple and see what else the old blades might have left for us. It's a better hideout than I could have hoped for. Talos guard you.
Look here, in the third panel. The prophecy which brought the Akaviri to Tamriel in the first place, in search of the Dragon Ball. Here are the Akaviri, the blades. You see their distinctive swords.
Your wind guide you. Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to? Yes, for matters of such gravity, we need to know where you stand, or who you stand with. If you wish to stand alone, so be it. If you wish for our help, you will answer my question. Where did you learn of a shout used to defeat Alduin? The Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes? What I want is irrelevant. This shout was used once before, was it not? And here we are again. Have you considered that Alduin was not meant to be defeated? Those who overthrew him in ancient times only postponed the day of reckoning. They did not stop it. If the world is meant to end, so be it. Let it end and be reborn. No, not now. Not until you return to the path of wisdom. Forgive me, I was intemperate. I allowed my emotions to cloud my judgment. Master Einoth reminded me of my duty. The decision whether or not to help you is not mine to make. No, I cannot teach it to you because I do not know it. It is called Dragonrend, but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not regret this loss. Dragonrend holds no place within the way of the voice.
Only Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question, if he so chooses. He is our leader. He surpasses us all in his mastery of the way of the voice. You weren't ready. You still aren't ready. But, thanks to the blades, you now have questions that only Paarthurnax can answer. He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain. He speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege. Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Paarthurnax. The path to Paarthurnax lies through this gate. I will show you how to open the way. Look. You my understanding of clear skies. This is your final gift from us, Dragonborn. Use it well. Clear skies will blow away the mist, but only for a time. The path to Paarthurnax is perilous, not to be embarked upon lightly. Keep moving, stay focused on your goal, and you will reach the summit.
Look!
Greetings, Wunderneek. I am Parthenax. Who are you? What brings you to my Strunmach, my mountain? They see me as master, Wuth Onik, old and wise. It is true I am old. Tell me, why do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation? Drem, patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove. By long tradition, the Elder speaks first. Hear my Thum. Feel it in your bones. Match it if you are Dovahkiin. The word calls you. Go to it. A gift, Dovahkiin. Yoga. Understand fire as the Dove do. Now, show me what you can do. Greet... Not as mortal, but as Dova. Ah, yes. Sosedo Vrostmul. The dragon blood runs strong in you. It is long since I had the pleasure of speech with one of my own kind. So, you have made your way here to me. No easy task for a Jor, mortal. Even for one of Dovasos, dragon blood. What would you ask of me? Ah, I have expected you, Proda. You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin. Crosis, sorrowfully, no. It cannot be known to me. Your kind, Jor, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons. Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend its concepts. Drem, all in good time. First, a question for you. Why do you want to learn this Thum? Prusa, as good a reason as any. There are many who feel as you do, although not all. Some would say that all things must end, so that the next can come to pass. Perhaps this world is simply the egg of the next Kalpa, Lin Vokin. Would you stop the next world from being born? Paz, a fair answer. Rofus, maybe you only balance the forces that work to quicken the end of this world. Even we who ride the currents of time cannot see past time's end. Wulsetid los trahodis. Those who try to hasten the end may delay it. Those who work to delay the end may bring it closer. But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough, Croesus. Now I will answer your question. Do you know why I live here, at the peak of the Monavin, what you name Throat of the World? True, but few now remember that this was the very spot where Alduin was defeated by the ancient tongues. Varucht Unslad. Perhaps none but me now remember how he was defeated. Yes and no. Viknuzny Karon. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today seeking to defeat him. The Nords of those days used the Dragonrend shout to cripple Alduin, but this was not enough. Ok Mulag Unslad. It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time. Not intentionally. Some hoped he would be gone forever, forever lost. Meye. I knew better. Tidbo Amativ. Time flows ever onward. One day, he would surface. Which is why I have lived here. For thousands of mortal years, I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when. How to explain in your tongue? The Dove have words for such things that Jor do not. It is an artifact from outside time. It does not exist, but it has always existed. Rahwahlan. They are fragments of creation. The Kele, Elder Scrolls as you name them, they have often been used for prophecy. Yes, your prophecy comes from an Elder Scroll. But this is only a small part of their power. Zofa Suyek. Tid Krent. Time was shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin. If you brought that Kell, that Elder Scroll back here to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound, with the Elder Scroll that was used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the break. You could learn Dragonrend from those who created it. Croesus, no. I know little of what has passed below in the long years I have lived here. You are likely better informed than I. Trust your instincts, Dovahkiin. Your blood will show you the way. Drem Yolok, greetings. Lok Thum.
So, you spoke to Paarthurnax. The dragon blood burns bright within you. Did he tell you what you wanted to know? Did he teach you the dragon rend shout? Well, so be it. If he believes it is necessary for you to learn this, we will bow to his wisdom. We have never concerned ourselves with the scrolls. The gods themselves would rightly fear to tamper with such things. As for where to find it, such blasphemies have always been the stock and trade of the mages of Winterhold. They may be able to tell you something about the Elder Scroll you seek. Wind, guide you. So, you spoke to Paarthurnax. The dragon blood burns bright within you. Did he tell you what you wanted to know? Did he teach you the dragon rend shout? Well, so be it. If he believes it is necessary for you to learn this, we will bow to his wisdom. We have never concerned ourselves with the scrolls. The gods themselves would rightly fear to tamper with such things. As for where to find it, such blasphemies have always been the stock and trade of the mages of Winterhold. Sky, guard you.
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry. I am here to assist those seeking the wisdom of the college. And if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm, so be it. The more important question is, why are you here? Perhaps, but what is it you expect to find within? Do you? It is true there are some here who have spent years studying the accumulated knowledge of the scrolls. But what you seek does not come easily, and can destroy those without a strong will. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will. No, I'm afraid I don't know anything of the sort. Excellent. The Flame Atronach is a vital companion for anyone relying on conjuration. Summoning one here would certainly show your skill. I look forward to it. No matter what, the college will endure. Much knowledge lies within the college's wall. No? Well, if you think you're capable of it, then I'd be happy to provide it to you for a mere 30 gold. Or you can try your luck with one of the court wizards around Skyrim. They also sell spells. Here you are. Now I'm anxious to see you cast it. Winter holds glory. Days may lie behind it, but the college lives on. The college is an asset to Skyrim, even if it goes unnoticed or on. Mirabelle does a fine job as Master Wizard, I suppose. Still, there's... If you can pass the test, then yes. Dragonborn? It's been so long since we've had any contact with the Greybeards. Do you really have the voice? I would be most impressed to see that. Now that's a real man. So the stories are true. You are Dragonborn. Normally, you'd need to show some aptitude with one of the schools of magic. But you... I think there is much that we can learn from each other. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me.
Good. Glad we straightened that out.
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several, if you're talented.
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little plane of oblivion. Disrupt my Arcanium,
and I will have you torn apart by angry Atronachs. Now, do you require assistance? Of course I do. If I didn't, most of these books would have been burned to ashes or dissolved to nothing before the Third Era. Mages need to be reminded to be careful around research materials. And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about? Or are you just someone's errand boy? I knew it. Everyone comes in here expecting my help, but they don't even have the proper questions. An Elder Scroll is an instrument of immense knowledge and power. To read an Elder Scroll, a person must have the most rigorously trained mind, or else risk madness. Even so, the Divines usually take the reader's sight as a price. The simplest way to put it is knowledge, but there's nothing simple about an Elder Scroll. It's a reflection of all possible futures and all possible pasts. Each reader sees different reflections through different lenses and may come away with a different reading. But at the same time, all of it is true, even the falsehoods, especially the falsehoods. It would take a month to explain to you how that very question doesn't even make sense. The scrolls exist here, with us, but also beyond and beneath, before and after. They are bits of divine-made substance, so we could know them. Sorry, talking about the scrolls, you usually end up in irritating and vague metaphors like that. Some people who study them devoutly go mad. Ah! You think that even if I did have one here, I would let you see it? It would be kept under the highest security. The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it. What about... Wait. Were you the one the Greybeards were calling? I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture. Fight well. Here you go. Try not to spill anything on them. I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear? Mm-hmm. Hundreds of years have gone into assembling this collection. It's going to stay pristine, understand? Please make sure your hands are clean before touching anything, all right? I have a few things laying around that weren't worth adding to the collection. You may look through them. Fight well. You need a book? You talk to me. That's the work of Septimus Cygnus. He's the world's master of the nature of Elder Scrolls, but, well, he's been gone for a long while. Too long. Somewhere up north, in the ice fields. He said he found some old Dwemer artifact, but well, that was years ago. Haven't heard from him since.
Dig, Dwemer in the beyond. I'll know your when the top level was Elder Scrolls, indeed. The Empire. They absconded with them. Or so they think. The ones they saw. The ones they thought they saw. I know of one. Forgotten. Sequestered. But I cannot go to it. Not poor Septimus. For I have arisen beyond its grasp. Here. Well, here as in this plain. Mundus, Tamriel, nearby, relatively speaking. On the cosmological scale, well, it's all nearby. One block lifts the other. Septimus will give what you want, but you must bring him something in return. You see this masterwork of the Dwemer, deep inside their greatest knowings. Septimus is clever among men, but he is but an idiot child compared to the dullest of the Dwemer. Lucky then they left behind their own way of reading the Elder Scrolls. In the depths of Black Reach, one yet lies. Have you heard of Black Reach? Cast upon where Drimmer City slept, the yearning spire hidden learnings kept. Under deep, below the dark, the hidden keep, Tower Mzark. Ovtand, the point of puncture, of first entry, of the tapping. Delve to its limits, and Black Reach lies just beyond. But not all can enter there. Only Septimus knows the hidden key to loose the lock to jump beneath the deathly rock. 2 things I have for you. 2 shapes. One edged, one round. The round one for tuning. Dwemer music is soft and subtle, and needed to open their cleverest gates. The edged lexicon for inscribing. To us, a hunk of metal. To the Dwemer, a full library of knowings, but empty. Find Mazark and its sky dome. The machinations there will read the scroll and lay the lore upon the cube. Trust Septimus. He knows you can know.
Where is it? I know you were trying to keep it for yourself, Cesar. You always try to keep it for yourself. Who is this, brother? Another of the smooth skin dead? Not impressed.
Hasn't there been enough death?
Of course, you want me to leave. Just waiting for me to turn my back. Have all the glory for yourself. What was that?
What? Thought I heard...
Time to end this little game.
I'll kill you. Stand. Damn you!
Hidkrech Kalos. Time shudders at its touch. There is no question. You are doom-driven. Kolgan...
Dar Sulthursi Alduin grieve. Today Alduin's lordship will be restored. But I honor your courage. Krifwolf Akrin. Die now in vain.
Glorious day, is it not?
Have you no thought beyond the blooding of your blade?
What else is there?
The battle below goes ill. If Alduin does not rise to our challenge, I fear all may be lost.
You worry too much, brother. Victory will be ours.
Why does Alduin hang back? We've staked everything on this plan of yours, old man.
He will come. He cannot ignore our defiance. And why should he fear us, even now?
We blooded him well. 4 of his kin have fallen to my blade alone.
But none have yet stood against Alduin himself. Golthor, Sorin, Birka.
They did not have Dragonrend. Once we bring him down, I promise, I will have his head.
You do not understand. Alduin cannot be slain like a lesser dragon. He is beyond our strength. Which is why I brought the Elder Scroll.
Feldir, we agreed not to use it.
I never agreed. And if you are right, no, not needed.
We will deal with Alduin ourselves. Here and now.
We shall see soon enough. Alduin approaches.
Me, Taludis, Him hind paliv, Zu'u hindan.
Let those that watch from Sovngarde envy us this day.
What have you done? What twisted words have you created? Taludis knocks my teeth to his neck. But first, Dean Kumar. Die in terror, knowing the final fate. To feed my power and come for you in Sovngarde.
If I die today, it will not be in terror.
Ready!
First time, worm. I see it in your eye. Skyrim will be free!
It's no use.
Oh, Alduin on the wing! Sister Hawk, grant us your sacred breath to make this contract heard. Begone, World Eater. By words with older bones than your own, we break your perch on this age and send you out. You are banished. We shout you out from all our endings unto the last. You are banished!
did it.
Yes, the World Eater is gone. May the spirits have mercy on our souls.
Lot Kongrach. You truly have the voice of a Dova. Alduin's allies will think twice after this victory. Yes, one of his allies could tell us. Matmahus. But it will not be so easy to convince one of them to betray him. Perhaps the Hafkasayun, the palace in Whiterun, Dragon's Reach. It was originally built to house a captive Dova. A fine place to trap one of Alduin's allies, yes, but your Soom is strong. I do not doubt that you can convince him of the need. Look, Thum.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend. I must have misheard you. I thought you asked me to help you trap a dragon in my palace. What you're asking for is insane. Impossible. You want me to let a dragon into the heart of my city? With the threat of war on my doorstep? Alduin, the World Eater himself. But how can we fight him? Doesn't his return mean it's the end times? I didn't say anything about giving up. Now what's this nonsense about trapping a dragon in my palace? I want to help you, Dragonborn. And I will. But I need your help first. Ulfric and General Tullius are both just waiting for me to make a wrong move. Do you think they will sit idle while the dragon is slaughtering my men and burning my city? No. I can't risk weakening the city while we are under the threat of enemy attack. I'm sorry. Then I would be glad to help you with your mad dragon-trapping scheme, but getting both sides to agree to a truce will be difficult at this point. The bitterness has gone too deep. Maybe. What of the Greybeards? They are respected by all Nords. High Hrothgar is neutral territory. If the Greybeards were willing to host a peace council, then maybe Ulfric and Tullius would have to listen. Aye, Dragonborn. Maybe you can stop the dragons and this war into the bargain. Now, if you don't mind, I've got a city to keep.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something.
Got something for just about everybody. Everything. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. Do come back.
heard the Dragonren shout from here. You defeated him? I feared as much. I thought it was him we saw flying east after your battle. We are not warriors. What is overlooked in the Dragonborn is not permitted to any other followers of the Way of the Voice. You misunderstand our authority. The Greybeards have never involved themselves in political affairs. I see. The dragon will lead you to Alduin, but without the Jarl's help. Paarthurnax has made the decision to help you. This is the road we have to walk. Even the Greybeards must bend to the winds of change, it seems. So be it. Tell Ulfric and General Tullius that the Greybeards wish to speak to them. We will see if they still remember us. Deliver the message to the warring parties. If they will listen, I will do what I can to bring them to terms. Wind, guide you.
Horses.
You eat our food, you pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
Algrif won't give us a straight answer.
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
Don't be so sure
Yes?
of that.
Make it quick. I'm a bit... It's about time they turn their gaze from the heavens back to our bleeding homeland. What do they want? I have the greatest respect for the Greybeards, of course. And the dragon attacks are a growing plague. But the political situation is still delicate. Not all the Jarls are fully committed to supporting me as High King. I can't afford to appear weak. I can't agree to this unless Tullius himself will be there. I can't agree to any peace council until I know Tullius will be there. The other Jarls could take that as a sign of weakness. You're right. Let Tullius be the one to insult the Greybeards by refusing their summons. Show up these Imperials for the foreigners they really are. Yes, I'll give Tullius one more chance to quit Skyrim with his tail between his legs. And what would you have me do?
If he's not with us, he's against us.
Mind yourself.
have your orders, soldier. The Greybeards. What do those old hermits want with me? Why, there's nothing to discuss as long as that traitor Ulfric is in arms against his rightful emperor. They are getting to be a problem, but I wasn't sent to Skyrim to fight dragons. My job is to quell this rebellion, and I intend to do just that, dragons or no dragons. Has he? I suppose he doesn't want to miss a chance to bluster about the Empire's many crimes. He's probably hoping I'll refuse so he can blame the Empire for being unreasonable. I think I'll have to disappoint him yet again. Yes, fine. I'll come to this Greybeard Council. For all the good it will do.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old fort near Rift.
So, you've done it. The men of violence are gathered here, in these halls whose very stones are dedicated to peace. I should not have agreed to host this council. The Greybeards have no business involving ourselves in such matters. Yes. Which is why I allowed this violation of all our traditions. But regrets are pointless. Here we are. Take your seat at the council table, and let us see what wisdom we can find among these warriors of Skyrim.
So, Arngeir, is it? You know why we're here. Are you going to let us in or not?
We all wait upon you, Dragonborn. Now that everyone is here, please take your seats so we can begin. I hope that we have all come here in the spirit
You
of...
insult us by bringing her to this negotiation? You're Chief Talos Hunter?
That didn't take long.
Here.
I have every right to be at this negotiation. I need to ensure that nothing is agreed to here that violates the terms of the White Gold Concordat.
She's part of the Imperial delegation. You can't dictate who I bring to this council.
Please, if we have to negotiate the terms of the negotiation, we will never get anywhere. Perhaps this would be a good time to get the Dragonborn's input on this matter.
What do you think? Are we going to let Ulfric dictate terms to us before the negotiations even start? I'm glad we see eye to eye on this.
We walk then.
No, we'll stay. Out of respect for the Dragonborn and our Greybeard hosts. But she is to observe, nothing more. We are not negotiating with her. Is that clear?
Ulfric, why so hostile? After all, it's not the Thalmor that's burning your farms and killing your sons.
She's supposed to be on our side?
You know exactly. No. Not this time.
Now that that's settled, may we proceed?
I have something to say first.
Here we go.
The only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the Dragon Menace. There's nothing else to talk about. Unless the Empire is finally ready to renounce its unjust claim to rule over the free people of Skyrim.
I knew he wouldn't be able to resist.
A temporary truce to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons, nothing more. I consider even talking to the Empire a generous gesture.
Are you done? Did you just come here to make speeches, or can we get down to business?
Yes, let's get this over with.
Are we ready to proceed? Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, this council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar, and do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Yes, let's get down to it. We want control of Markarth. That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
So that's why you're here, Ulfric? You dare to insult the Greybeards by using this council to advance your own position?
Jarl Elisif.
General, this is outrageous. You can't be taking this demand seriously. I thought we were here to discuss a truce.
Elisif, I said I'd handle it. Ulfric, you can't seriously expect us to give up Markarth at the negotiating table. You hope to gain in council what you've been unable to take in battle, is that it?
I'm sure Jarl Ulfric does not expect something for nothing.
Yes, that'd be entirely out of character.
Want in return?
Wait, General, you don't intend to just hand over Markarth to that traitor?
This is how the Empire repays us for our loyalty?
Enough. First, let's be clear. This council wasn't my idea. I think it's a waste of time. You are a traitor to the Empire, and deserve a traitor's death. But I at least will negotiate in good faith. Since we're all here at your request, I'd like to hear what you think Markarth is worth. The rift would help secure our communications with Cyrodiil, and threatened Ulfric's southern flank. You heard the man, Ulfric. We've made you a fair offer. Are you serious about these talks, or are you just here to posture?
I expected better from you, Dragonborn. I came here in good faith, despite your known Imperial sympathies. As for you, General Tullius, I see now that Galmar was right. Talking to the Empire is just as useless as ever. If you think you can hold Markarth, you're as deluded as your Emperor when he signed away our freedom to the Thalmor. Skyrim will never again bow to your false empire. Let's go, Galmar. I should have listened to you in the first place.
You always were a fool, Ulfric. You're no better at diplomacy than you are in the battlefield.
Stop! Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your petty disagreements? Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance.
Is he with you, Delphine? If so, I advise you to tell him to watch his tongue.
He is with me. And I advise you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything rash.
Don't you understand the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Alduin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
A very pretty speech. But what does
Shut
it have
up.
to do with the...
If he's right about Alduin, we both have just as much to lose here, Tullius. Remember that. Now, back to the matter at hand. Don't hand me a mug of sheep's piss and call it mead. These terms are still not acceptable.
I'm sure you have something in mind.
Damn right we do.
You surrender Hjalmarch to us, and take Idgrod Ravencrone with you. Sorely the Builder will take over as Jarl of Morthal.
Where do these demands stop, Ulfric? Do you expect me to surrender all of Skyrim?
It seems I have no choice but to let the Dragonborn decide. Although I'm starting to doubt your fairness. What say you, Dragonborn? You treat us fairly. Thank you. I suppose that's the fairest deal we're likely to get.
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, these are the terms currently on the table. Markarth will be handed over to Ulfric's forces, Jarl Igmund will step down, and Thongvor Silverblood will become the Jarl of Markarth. The Stormcloaks will withdraw from the rift, allowing Imperial troops unhindered access. Jarl Leila Lawgiver will step down, and Maven Blackbriar will become the Jarl of Riften. Hjalmarch will be turned over to Ulfric, with Sorley the Builder assuming the Jarlship. You both agree to this?
The Sons of Skyrim will live up to their agreements, as long as the Imperials hold to theirs. What about you, Elisif? Are these terms to your liking? Speak up! I'm sure General Tullius is waiting to do your bidding.
I have nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. The Empire can live with these terms, yes, for a temporary truce, until the dragon menace is dealt with. After that, Ulfric, there will be a reckoning. Count on it. Taking control of the Rift was a great victory. Ulfric must be rather nervous with us so close to his doorstep.
Come on, Dalmar. We have a lot of work to do.
Giving up Markarth is a heavy price for this truce, Dragonborn. I hope it was worth it.
Jarl Balgruuf, I assume you are familiar with the Dragonborn's plan?
Yes, I'm ready to do my part. Just say the word, and my men will help you spring this trap.
But the difficulty remains how to lure a dragon to Dragon's Reach at all.
Well, that's an excellent question. You haven't overlooked that little detail, have you?
Ah, I believe I can be of help here. I anticipated the problem. While you were arranging this meeting, I was busy in the library of Skyhaven Temple, an unguessed trove of lost lore. But the important thing is that the Blades recorded many of the names of dragons they slew. Cross-referencing this with Delphine's map of dragon burial sites, I believe I've identified one of the dragons that Alduin has raised up. Don't you see? The names of dragons are always 3 words of power, shouts. By calling the dragon with a voice, he will hear you wherever he might be. He's not compelled to, but dragons are prideful by nature and loath to refuse a challenge. Your voice in particular is likely to intrigue this dragon after your victory over Alduin. I think it's very likely that he will be unable to resist investigating your call. Ah, indeed. I'm no master of the voice, like these worthy gentlemen, but it is written here in this scroll. Oda Ving, winged snow hunter, as I read it.
I hope this truce gives you what you need. It won't last.
We're ready, Dragonborn. Just say the word. As I promised, my men stand ready. The great chains are oiled. We wait on your word. My men know what to do. Make sure you do your part. I'm putting my city in your hands.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old fort near Riften. Might consider joining up myself.
Go ahead and call this dragon of yours. We're ready. Plan for luring a dragon here, yeah? Go ahead and call this dragon of yours. We're ready. You do have a plan for luring a dragon. Yeah? Go ahead and call this dragon of yours. We're ready. You do have a plan for luring a dragon here, yeah? Fiend!
Hear that?
Over here!
Here he comes.
Steady. Steady now. Bring it down. Hold your fire until he's close.
Rubonar, you went to a great deal of trouble to put me in this humiliating position. Pinsir Alduin, hmm? No doubt you want to know where to find Alduin. Renikvaza, an apt phrase. Alduin Boval. One reason I came to your call was to test your Thuum for myself. Many of us have begun to question Alduin's lordship, whether his Thuum was truly the strongest. Among ourselves, of course, Muni Mae, none were yet ready to openly defy him. Once Lord Croesus, innumerable pardons, I digress. He has traveled to Sovngarde to regain his strength, devouring the Silesure, the souls of the mortal dead, a privilege he jealously guards. His door to Sovngarde is at Skuldafn, one of his ancient fanes high in the eastern mountains. Mindoran pa ok midove lavarantil. I surely do not need to warn you that all his remaining strength is marshaled there. Zuulost ofan hinlan. Now that I have answered your question, you will allow me to go free? Ah, well. Croesus, there is one detail about Skuldafn I neglected to mention. Only this. You have the Thuum of a Dova, but without the wings of one, you will never set foot in Skuldafn. Of course, I could fly you there, but not while imprisoned like this. Onikan Korav Gain Mirad. It is wise to recognize when you only have one choice. And you can trust me. Zuni Tarudis. Alduin has proven himself unworthy to rule. I go my own way now. Free me, and I will carry you to Skuldafn.
Incredible. Sir, you have no idea how long I have waited for such an opportunity. I would be most appreciative if you would permit me to perform some, tests on you, purely in the interests of the advancement of knowledge.
Be gone, mage. Do not test my promise to the Dovahkiin.
I assure you, you will not even notice me. Most of them are hardly painful at all to a large dragon such as yourself. Surely you wouldn't miss a few scales, or a small amount of blood.
Jun Mei, what are you doing back there?
We can never rest easy, for Balgra's enemies will not.
Something to tell you sure about that? You want to let that dragon loose after all the trouble to catch him in there? Your funeral. Someone else is gonna have to help you get him back in there again. Get ready to open the trap. This seems like a really bad idea to me.
Carry on, soldier. This is all part of the Dragonborn's plan.
Was du? Dini dein Ruthi Astral. Are you ready to see the world as only a Dova can? Saran Uth, I await your command as promised. Are you ready to see the world as only a Dova can? Zuk Brit Oth. I warn you, once you've flown the skies of Kaizal, your envy of the Dove would only increase. Amativ, mu bokotin stinselok. Is as far as I can take you. With both Akrin.
Turn back, traveler. Terror waits within this mist. Many have braved the shadowed veil, but vain is all courage against the peril that guards the way. Near Giant's Gap, in the gloom before dawn, we marched unsuspecting into the Imperial's trap. Then we stood and fought, our shield wall defending, until by dawn's light, the Legion's ranks wavered. But I never knew if Night's End brought victory, a swift flying arrow to Sovngarde carried me. I do not know, but none have passed through. Alduin, his hunger insatiable, hunts the lost souls snared within this shadowed valley. Can you lead the way to where Shore's Hall waits, beckoning us on to welcome long sought? I saw it fair when first I trod this long-sought path. The pain and fear vanished, dreamlike, and a vision beckoned. Shore's Hall, shimmering across the clouded veil, but quenched was hope by the shrouding mist. My mind is darkened. I've lost the way, and wander blindly. Hurry, before Alduin your life devours. Bring word to Shore's Hall of our hard fate. I'll try to hold to your hopeful purpose. Quickly, before this encompassing fog once more snares me in the World Eater's net.
What brings you with? I am soon. Shield thing to shore. The whalebone bridge he bade me guard. And winnow all those souls whose heroic end sent them here to shore's lofty hall. Where welcome well earned awaits those I judge fit to join that fellowship of honor. A faithful errand. No few have chafed to face the worm, since first he set his soul snare here at Sovngar's threshold. But shore restrained our wrathful onslaught. Perhaps deep counseled your doom he foresaw. No shade are you, as usually here passes. But living, you dare the land of the dead. By what right do you request entry? Ah. It's been too long since last I faced a doom-driven hero of the Dragonblood. Living or dead, by decree of shore, none may pass this perilous bridge till I judge them worthy by the warrior's test.
Killed all!
You fought well. Find you. It is long since one of the living was here. The shore's favor follow you, and your heir.
Welcome, Dragonborn. Our door has stood empty since Alduin first set his soul snare here. By Shore's command, we sheathed our blades, and ventured not the Vale's dark mist. But three await your word to loose their fury upon the perilous foe. Gormlaith, the fearless, glad-hearted in battle. Hekon, the valiant, heavy-handed warrior. Feldir, the old, far-seeing and grim.
At long last, Alduin's doom is now ours to seal. Just speak the word, and with high hearts, we'll hasten forth to smite the worm.
Far you've traveled, your trials long, to taste Sovngar's sweet delights.
Let us counsel take, before battle is blindly joined. Alduin's mist is more than a snare. Its shadowy gloom is his shield and cloak. But with 4 voices joined, our valor combined, we can blast the mist and bring him to battle.
Feldir speaks wisdom. The World Eater, coward, fears you, Dragonborn. We must drive away his mist, shouting together, and then unsheath our blades in desperate battle with our black-winged foe.
To battle, my friends! The field will echo with the clamor of war.
my disciples still follow the difficult path.
If it is our lot to end, we'll live in song.
The eyes are upon you this day. Defeat Alduin, destroy his soul.
We cannot fight the foe in this mist.
Clear skies! Combine our shouts!
Look!
Again!
Again, as one, the World Eater fears us. Look!
Does his strength have no end? Was our struggle in vain?
Stand fast! His strength is failing. Once more and his might will be broken. Endless weight gives way to battle. No escape this time, foul worm.
outpost at last, and cleansed his Sovngarde of his evil snare. They will sing of this battle in Shore's Hall forever, but your fate lies elsewhere. When you have completed your count of days, I may welcome you again with glad friendship and bid you join the blessed feasting.
All hail the Dragonborn! Hail him with great praise!
When you are ready to rejoin the living, just bid me so, and I will send you back. Return now to Nirn, with this rich boon from Shore, my lord. A shout to bring a hero from Sovngarde in your hour of need.
Surut fur kanaran. Vakin los oktavakri. So, it is done. Alduin, Dilon. The eldest is no more. He who came before all others, and has always been. Happy? No, I am not happy. Ze mahi lost ondur bormahu. Alduin was once the crown of our father Akatosh's creation. You did what was necessary. Alduin had flown far from the path of right action in his pachlok, in the arrogance of his power. But I cannot celebrate his fall. Zutiraz Ach-Ochma. He was my brother once. This world will never be the same. Indeed, you saw more clearly than I. Certainly more clearly than Alduin. Roch Funta Korav. Perhaps now you have some insight into the forces that shape the Venesetid, the currents of time. Perhaps you begin to see the world as a Dova. But I forget myself. Crosis, solos mid fadon. Melancholy is an easy trap for a Dova to fall into. You have won a mighty victory, Shahroch Kongrach. One that will echo through all the ages of this world for those who have eyes to see.
Savor your triumph, Dovahkiin. This is not the last of what you will write upon the currents of time. Goran, I feel younger than I have in many age. Many of the Dovahkiin are now scattered across Kizan. Without Alduin's lordship, they may yet bow to the Vasen, brightness of my Thum. But willing or no, they will hear it. Fare thee well, Dovahkiin.
Cruza Wundana Wawuthgain. I wish the Old One luck in his quest. But I doubt many will wish to exchange Alduin's lordship for the tyranny of Paarthurnax's way of the voice. As for myself, you've proven your mastery twice over. Thuri Dovahkiin, I gladly acknowledge the power of your Thum. Zu Odaving, call me when you have need, and I will come if I can.
Hello everybody, what's up? CaptainTurbo here. Welcome to the credit sequence of The Elder Scrolls Skyrim. I hope you've enjoyed the last few hours of gameplay if you did watch it. If you did decide to just skip forward, then I don't really blame you, but it is what it is. Now, usually when I get to this point in the game, video, or whatever it is I'm talking about, I usually talk about how much I enjoyed the game and all that jazz. And I'll just simplify that for you really fast. Skyrim is a fantastic game. It remains one of my favorite games of all time for many reasons. So you may be wondering, if that's true, why am I deciding to start this Let's Play? So I did explain this right at the beginning of the video, that I'd mention it at the end, but pretty simply, this Let's Play is now finished, technically. It's cancelled yet finished. If I was going to cancel it, I would just have gone with my original plan. It's pretty simply, I actually had a different part here for this setup. My plan was to do this stupid little skit where I roleplay as my character, get drunk in the bar in Whiterun, and then, start a fight with a troll outside, fucking bare naked, and then just get killed off by getting thrown up into the air. It was okay, but my voice acting was terrible, mainly because I had to put on like a drunken kind of vocal thing, and then I did some tweaking with the editing software I was using, but it was beyond cringe, and I was like, no, I can't do that. That can't be the last thing I do. And to be honest, I didn't want to just leave it like that. So what's going to happen is we're doing the game again at some point in the future, but to pretty simply, I was doing this on PC, but I now own the Xbox One version, the special edition I think it's called. Has all the DLC and stuff. And here's the thing, it also is so fucking easy to install mods on that. Like, I know I have the PC version here, but at the same time, it's somehow easier on the fucking Xbox to install the mods. I don't know when I'll start this Let's Play. It's going to be a while away. I can tell you right now, it's not on the cards for at least the next 2 years. Like, the next 2 years are already full up. So you'll not be seeing Skyrim again for a while. I know it wasn't particularly popular to begin with, but, you know, that is, you know, just a thing there. I'd never do these Let's Plays because I think they're going to be popular. I do them because I enjoy them. But at some point along the line, I stopped enjoying myself as much with this. I think it was because I kind of put myself in a really bad position. Like, I was playing through the game as if I was just playing through the game. Like, I wanted just stamina and stuff. I should have been, you know, been a bit more thoughtful about what I was doing with, like, magicka and my health and all that. And I was never really on the ball with what I was doing. I didn't really have a proper plan and all that shit. And I really wanted to showcase more than I had done. But the problem is, even to this day, I still lose my memory of a lot of what the game has to offer in terms of content and all that shit. So I basically, I'm gonna not use a walkthrough or anything like that when I get around to the game again in the future, but I'm gonna have like a point by point thing I want to do when I do decide to restart the game with the with the special edition. And here's the thing: if you're just looking for like basic Skyrim, then hey, this, technically speaking, this Let's Play is finished. Because when I get to the special edition, I might. This is no guarantee. I might use one or two like mods that improve the quality of life with the game. You know, nothing that's going to majorly change the game. Like I have some like the Burma not DLC, the Burma, I think it's called, mod that basically gives you like a brand new locations and some quests and stuff. But that's gonna basically what the plan is when I do the restart. Is we're gonna do the main game stuff. Everything that's part of the core game, not just the main quest line, obviously, everything inside it, and then after we're done with that, we'll move on to the DLC with Dragonborn and I can't remember the other one, and then after that, we would do the mods and stuff like the Bruma, is it Bruma or Bruma? I can't remember. You know what I'm on about. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, all the DLC and stuff for it. But again, that is for way in the future. We're talking years down the line at this point. Like I said, I don't even know when that Let's Play is going to start up. But I do want to at least finish the main game before I even upload a part of it. Because that was the problem here is I love Skyrim, but at the same time, it was one of those things where I just kind of lost any real desire to record it at points. So, and not to play it, but to record it. Plus I had other projects in the line. It might be I might try and get some of it done before the 10th year anniversary, but that's going to be a while away still, so we've got plenty of time. And that's no promise, by the way. That's just me, you know, trying to come up with an estimated time of delivery. But yeah, I apologize for stopping it like this. I did at least want to showcase like the rest of the main story, though. Just for anybody that might have been even the slightest bit interested in how things turn about and all that shit. So hopefully you enjoyed the story as it came. I actually only played through that portion once or twice before, so even I enjoyed playing through the game again recently. But it is what it is, and obviously I had a few guests here and there for some earlier parts in this. I think for the most part, unless it's something I'm not as familiar with and don't feel as comfortable with, like obviously I had co-commentary there for Final Fantasy VIII with Nova and shit and over all that. I think for certain RPGs I'm going to leave it solo, or at least in certain aspects. Like I say, when it comes to certain games I'm not 100% clear on, I'll probably have somebody there, but with Skyrim, yeah, I think it's best if I just go back to playing this one solo when I do the special edition. Also, I noticed when I did upload my original part for this, I got a fucking copyright strike that I couldn't get rid of, actually. It was a pain in the ass. Hopefully I don't have this problem this time, otherwise I am going to throw a fucking fit. But we'll see what happens when I get around to uploading this video at some point in the future. I should point out, it's only like the 6th of October 2020, so this isn't going up for at least a year yet. So yeah, that we're way ahead of things right now with this. I don't really know what else to say, guys. Again, I apologize if you were maybe one of the 2 people in the world that actually enjoyed this. I really just, the Let's Play didn't come off nearly as well as I'd wanted to. My gameplay was okay at times, but at the same time I wasn't too fussed with how things turned out. Plus I did experience a crash or two here and there, which was a bit of a pain in the ass. Things I've never actually had problems with on any of the console versions. Like I own the Xbox 360 version, and I own the Xbox One version. I've never had a problem with either of those, so hopefully when I do get to the restart, it won't be as bad. Also, I've been toying with the idea of also doing Oblivion, the Elder Scrolls Oblivion, because I did have that game before Skyrim on the Xbox One. It's just, I never completed it because it's very archaic in design, isn't it? But we'll get more to that if I ever actually decide to do Oblivion or not. Like I say, it's just mainly gameplay. I have a problem with that game. I actually prefer the story in Oblivion over Skyrim. I just, like I said, the gameplay just does not do anything for me. Okay, so anything else I need to talk about? Yeah, I apologize if you didn't like my gameplay during this part as well. If you did decide to stick around and watch it, even if it was just to have it on as background noise, I guess. In the future, I guess I'll try and make sure I play a little bit better. I'm always going to play as Archer, probably. I can't help myself, but I'll also make sure I improve things like magic stamina and all that shit. Stamina and health and all that, you know, because I need to at least... I love playing Archer, you know, that's great for stealth and for the main game, but when it comes to, like, boss fights against the dragons and shit, oh my god, it's not a particularly good skill to have. You know, it's definitely when you want to maybe consider using a warrior class or a magic class anyway. But this is stuff I can plan out in the future anyway, so it's not too much of a deal. Big deal anyway. I keep saying anyway, don't I? Sorry, I wasn't really planning on doing this tonight. I just had the opportunity, so I decided, okay, I need to do this at some point. I may as well do it while I got a chance. So here we go. Alright, so we're coming close to the end of the credits, I believe. We maybe got a minute or two left. I'm not entirely certain. Just check that here. We got about a minute and a half. So I guess to let you guys know, I think this will be the last. I think this might be one of the last videos of the year, of the channel year. I mean by that, like this should be going up live in either October or November. I'm not sure which one. I'll have to check the schedule when I eventually get around to editing this. But yeah, you guys have got a lot of RPGs coming up and stuff after the end of the year, after FF8 is done as well. Because I believe at this point, Mass Effect should be finished. This is the last video for Skyrim, and I think actually Final Fantasy VIII is the last video. The last part of Final Fantasy VIII is the last video of the year. I think that is the plan anyway. So yeah, all the big three have come to an end. Skyrim obviously is the only one that's actually technically cancelled, even though it did also get finished, so there you go. You know, try and wrap your fucking head around that. But thank you for anybody that's watched this video. Thank you for anybody that's enjoyed any of the Skyrim videos, or who enjoys my Let's Play videos in general. It's always nice to have people watch. So I'm going to sign off now, people. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned in some point in the future for more Let's Plays. And stay tuned for some time, probably maybe by the 10th year anniversary, when we do eventually get to the Skyrim redo with the Skyrim Special Edition.